your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
All right. Well, good evening to you. As we look at the satellite and radar picture here, we have got a lot of cloud cover across the region. Those clouds, well, they're going to stick around. And then look at the rain already on the move. As we go throughout tonight, those showers will start to become more widespread. So grab an umbrella as you will need it. Temperatures staying chilly, so it's another cold rain. 49 in Champaign, 49 in Springfield, and as we go throughout the course of tonight, we're going to see temperatures just kind of hovering here into the mid and upper 40s with the rain coming in. We'll talk more about how long the rain sticks around when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
Another day of high positivity in one region, and businesses there are worried about what mitigation could do. Plus, high school basketball was moved into the high-risk category, but the IHSA says that's not going to stop them.
And it's a Target 3 investigation you simply don't want to miss. What was found near drinking water aquifers.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
And it does seem like we've been all kind of expecting it with the numbers that we've had, that we would have some mitigations come into play.
Across the state, COVID numbers are spiking. Now, another region may soon face a crackdown from the Pritzker administration. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Region 3 is one day away from triggering more mitigations. That region starts west of Macon County and includes Logan, Sangamon, and Christian counties. The region's positivity rate is over 8% for the second straight day.
And WCIA 3's Cole Henke is live in Springfield. So, Cole, what do local leaders have to say about the potential for more of this crackdown?
None of the officials that I spoke with today were that surprised that the extra mitigations are on the horizon here, but they are concerned about enforcing them once they are put into place and to make sure that they actually work. Regions in the state that are seeing increased rules because of high COVID numbers, and a 7th may soon be on the way. Region 3 has 2 straight days of a positivity rate of over 8%. For Sangamon County Public Health Director Gail O'Neill, the fact that the region is on the brink of seeing increased mitigations is not surprising.
I mean, I think with the numbers we've been having, it has seemed inevitable, but I don't want that to come across that people can't help turn it around.
This is the closest the region has been to new measures from the state. Christian and Montgomery counties have been spiking for weeks. The smaller agencies running those counties' responses have trouble enforcing the rules, and they don't see that changing even though a crackdown from the state is looming.
So with that minimal staffing, with the workload that we're already pulling, it's going to be extremely difficult for us to do any enforcement of those mitigations, quite honestly.
If the region goes above 8% for a 3rd straight day, the state will shut down indoor dining at bars and restaurants. Business owners told WCIA that another shutdown could spell the end for their businesses. Downtown Springfield, Inc. is bracing for the worst.
We've learned a lot about the virus, and there is a way to function and keep people safe. It just really depends on, things like everybody wearing masks. When you go to a downtown business, everybody's wearing masks.
But O'Neill says the numbers are too high right now. It's time to pull out all the stops.
With these numbers, it kind of is irresponsible not to do everything we can to try to mitigate the problems.
Sangamon County tallied 109 new COVID cases today. That's the 2nd highest single-day total ever since the pandemic started. And it was the 4th time in the last 7 days that the county recorded more than 100 cases in a single day. And Region 6, which contains Champaign County, is also really close to these extra mitigations. For the first time today, they recorded a positivity rate of over 8%. 2 more days of that, and they get the crackdown too. Reporting in Springfield, I'm Cole Henke, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
More important than ever to wear a mask, wash your hands, and keep your distance. All right, Cole, thanks. There are almost 190 new cases reported in Champaign County, as you can see, and the public health says that is just over a 3-day period. Now, the state's reporting system has been down, but but there are over 6,100 cases total in the county. Only 430 of those are active.
Following up now, we told you about the COVID-19 outbreak at the Danville VA. Today, there are 36 active cases. 3 people have died. A spokesperson says they are making changes to keep it from spreading. They have fewer ways to get in or out of the building, and they are restricting visitors. Everyone with the virus is being isolated. Their hospitalization rate has gone lower every month since March. There are more than 6,100 new cases in the state. That brings the total to about 389,000. The 7-day positivity rate is at 6.7%. There are 51 more deaths, 2 of those in Macon and Pike counties. Illinois has lost more than 9,600 people to the virus. The IHSA sent a shockwave today. It's planning to go against Governor Pritzker and the Illinois Department of Public Health.
Yeah, it'll play high school basketball. That said, just 24 hours after the governor put the season on hold. WCIA 3 Sports Director Brett Behrens is here. As Jennifer said, definitely a shockwave.
Yeah, I know. I was not expecting this afternoon. Breaking news for so many people. Most assumed today that the season was over after yesterday's announcement making basketball a high-risk sport. But the IHSA Board of Directors' landslide move puts the pressure back on the governor. Here are a few of the details. Boys and girls basketball practice will start in 2.5 weeks on November 16th, with games following on the 30th. All players, coaches, and officials will have to wear a mask the entire time. That includes during the games, and a 50-person limit will be enforced, making it nearly impossible to have any fans. IHSA Executive Director Craig Anderson cited mental health, a shrinking calendar to postpone the sport any further to make it happen, and kids leaving the state to play elsewhere as determining factors, saying the timing of yesterday's news from the governor was a surprise.
That caught me off guard. You know, I can't say that I was caught off guard totally from, you know, their limits that they were establishing. We really need to do something that is student-centered and get these students back competing. And in their opinions, we can do it safely.
Now, this is just for basketball. Other sports such as wrestling, boys swimming and diving, cheerleading, and dance also impacted. We'll have more on that coming up in sports. A very controversial topic just to get here to today after yesterday's news.
It's happened in your department.
Yeah, we've had a lot going on after the last 7-8 months when there's not been much. So.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Well, today is recognized as National First Responders Day, a time to thank workers for their commitment to serving their communities. WCIA 3's Jamie Mays joins us now. So, Jamie, first responders often risk their own lives to protect us.
That's right, Paul. It can be a dangerous job, but the City of Urbana's fire chief says they do it because they want to serve. First responders include professional and volunteer fire, police, emergency medical technicians, and paramedic workers. This day is an opportunity to make sure first responders are recognized for their contributions to communities across the country. The City of Urbana's fire chief, Chuck Loss, says he knew early on he was interested in becoming a firefighter.
That drive to serve the public, to give back to the public is something that has always been something very special and very gratifying.
Loss says he still enjoys the work that he does, and it makes his job even better to be appreciated by others for what he does. Jennifer and Paul.
All right, Jamie, thanks.
Lovie Smith says the Illini are clean of COVID-19. Why the same can't be said for the Wisconsin Badgers.
Also tonight.
If nobody has tested that water in those private water wells, it needs to be tested. They need to stop drinking it, and it's probably too late.
What our Target 3 investigators found in alarming test results from this field where a natural gas company dumped dangerous chemicals.
And we saw some sun today.
A little bit of sun.
Hey.
Short-lived, but now the clouds are back, and soon the rain is to follow, and that's exactly what we're tracking out there. But not raining yet in Decatur. That's a Roofing Dog on-net carriage crossing camera. Bottom part of the picture. Always enjoy the mural of the Decatur Staley's down there in Decatur. And let's take a look at the highs and the lows today. 50, 39 are the numbers. Record high of 84. That'd be nice, right? But we're not going to see anything like that anytime soon. More details about the timing of rain, Hurricane Zeta's impacts, and we'll look at some winds for Halloween when we come back.